Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, police are looking for the driver of a vehicle in Old Town that crushed the police department's radar trailer and then hit a house.
According to Deputy Chief Lee Miller, Old Town police officers were called to 393 Stillwater Avenue around 8:40 last night after a Silverado pickup truck reportedly hit a house. When officers arrived there was no sign of the driver. Miller says they were able to determine that 57-year-old Roger Eldridge of Greenbush was that driver. A warrant has been issued for charges of aggravated criminal mischief, driving to endanger, leaving the scene of a property damage accident, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. Neither person in the residence was injured. Miller says Eldridge was previously arrested by Old Town PD on July 26th for operating under the influence. He's currently on probation. Anyone with information is asked to contact local authorities.
New Hampshire State Police are asking for the public's help locating a New Hampshire man wanted in connection to an attempted abduction last week. Peter Curtis is considered armed and dangerous after allegedly using a firearm during an attempted abduction. The female victim was unharmed and returned home safely. He has recently been seen in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. Authorities have yet to declare a motive, but police in all 3 states have been notified, along with the U.S. Marshal's Office. Anyone with any information is asked to call the Brentwood Police Department or your local police department. If located, you're asked to not approach and call police immediately.
An Orono man is facing charges in connection with an incident that left a Brewer police officer injured. 25-year-old Richard May is being charged with assaulting an officer and refusing to submit to arrest. Officers were called to the backside of the Brewer Walmart for a man in crisis on July 26th. Brewer Public Safety Director Jason Moffett says when one of his officers tried to approach May, an altercation ensued. Moffett says the officer sustained a head injury and whiplash.
We now have new information about a stabbing that happened in Winterport on July 28th. The incident happened at 215 Main Street, and according to Maine Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss, both people involved are 16 years old. The victim was initially taken to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor with injuries that were life-threatening, but were upgraded to stable condition shortly after. The victim has since returned home, and Moss says the investigation is ongoing and the case will be forwarded to the Waldo County District Attorney's Office. She says there is no danger to the public.
Well, 2 people have been arrested in connection with burglaries across 3 counties. After an 8-month investigation, officers from the Ellsworth Police Department, the Hancock County Sheriff's Office, and the state police searched the home of 56-year-old Anthony Knight of Belfast on Monday. They say inside that Patterson Hill Road home, they found approximately $200,000 worth of stolen property, including power tools, snowmobiles, snowplows, and a motor vehicle. They also say they found 62 grams of methamphetamine, prescription medication, and approximately $3,000 in suspected drug proceeds. Officers did a second search on August 2nd and found additional stolen items. Anthony Knight and 44-year-old Robert Larrabee of Belfast were arrested and charged with theft. They were taken to the Hancock County Jail and then released on bail. Authorities say that investigation is ongoing and more charges are pending.
As of August 1st, Mainers can now receive more free COVID-19 testing kits. Since February of 2022, Mainers have been able to order up to 2 free COVID test kits per household, regardless of zip code. Now, Maine residents can order 1 additional kit of 5 rapid tests through Project ACT. The tests can be ordered without any payment information through Project ACT's website, accesscovidtests.org. They'll be delivered by Amazon 1 week after ordering and will have a shelf life of up to 12 months. We will have that link on our website, foxbangor.com.
Well, residents of a Bangor apartment complex are demanding answers after multiple vehicles were found vandalized this past weekend. Brittany Black says she and her family were away from home when they were contacted to immediately check their cars. Black says after returning home, she found her vehicle had been keyed several times. The Kennebec Place resident says the damages are quoted to cost up to $2,000. Black says she will be more cautious moving forward.
We actually have Ring cameras outside the front of our doors, and we were thinking about putting one up by the garages because right now we had to move all the cars so that they were in-camera view.
Black and other neighbors are asking the Bangor Police Department to show more presence in the area overnight to discourage further vandalism.
Meanwhile, the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine recently released a report examining health impacts related to PFAS exposure. Our AJ Douglas spoke to one farmer who says he can no longer grow produce on his land and is still waiting for state assistance.
Adam Nordell has lived with his family at Songbird Farm for the past 7 years. This past winter, he was notified by a soil fertility firm that his property tested positive for PFAS chemicals. The following month, he learned that not only was his land and water contaminated, he and his family's health could be impacted as well.
We learned that there was a history of sludge spreading on our land in late November of this year. The Department of Environmental Protection put out a map that showed historic sludge spreading locations around the state. We saw our land listed on that map.
Nordell says he was terrified and quickly had to make several tough calls.
Contacting our customers with this issue was one of the scariest things I've ever done. My wife and I have been building our business and our lives here for 7 years.
The Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry is working to support farmers through these issues. The agency meets with farmers to conduct testing and sampling at no cost to the farm owner. The DACF can then provide recommendations.
When we have an understanding of what might be happening, there are other steps that we can take to provide support as well. So, for instance, if their well water needs a filter in order to be safe for the consumption of their livestock, for instance, we will be able to cover the cost of that installation.
Nordell says his family has only received financial support from the nonprofit community, and despite being approved for supplemental funding from the state for lost wages, he says he has not been issued any funding whatsoever. Director of the Bureau of Agriculture, Food, and Rural Resources claims the farm has received funding.
We need help getting off of this property. We're hoping that the state fulfills its obligations to impacted farmers.
Songbird Farm actually has received a significant amount of financial support for the loss of their income.
McBrady clarifies the PFAS fund, which recently passed in the Maine legislature, is not yet operational and separate from lost wages financial support. A newly hired director is scheduled to join the department in September. McBrady says the director will establish an advisory board and will get the PFAS fund started. In Unity, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Well, a new report shows Maine has the third largest decline in the rate of uninsured people who are eligible for Medicaid under a 2017 expansion. According to the report from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Maine's rate dropped nearly 5% from 2018 to 2020. Governor Janet Mills said in part, quote, "This report shows that expansion is working, proving once again that Maine people were right. Expanding health care was the right thing to do for our people and for our economy," end quote.
And turning our attention to the outdoors now, it was a nice day out there. Humidity rather low, but it was definitely very warm.
You know, we've all settled into the groove of summer. We're having a very hot summer here in the state of Maine. Plenty of people are super happy about that. So, you know, enjoy the hot weather while it's here, because I'm not even going to say it. Yes. I won't even say it. Enjoy the hot weather. And with a little bit more on what we can expect in the coming hours, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation with offices in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono. And okay, for us, temperatures, this was nice, right? 80 in Millinocket, 83 in Bangor, 81 for Bar Harbor. We'll take it. Even warm temperatures right along the coast today, courtesy of a west wind, but tomorrow more out of the south with that onshore breeze once again. A couple of clouds out there now, not a big deal, but your eyes are going to go over here. That's our next system. This should keep us dry through much of tomorrow, followed by some rain showers back in the forecast about this time tomorrow night and then into early parts of Friday. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, partly cloudy skies with low temperatures down in the 60s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Old Town Orono YMCA holds a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate its new development center.
And a new program allows for kids at Trenton Elementary School to experience hands-on learning over the summer. Those stories and more when we come right back.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
When the Granite Shop wants to know the weather on MDI, they log on to foxbangor.com. At the Granite Shop in Sedgwick and in Trenton, we have more inventory than all other shops in the state combined. Fastest turnaround, too.
Welcome to Flatch is a love letter to the community at its heart.
Flatch, we love you!
Welcome to Flatch.
You're welcome!
1 full hour Thursdays on Fox.
Top of the morning, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, we will have Pet of the Week. Devin Biggs will have your full 5-day forecast. It's going to be a hot Thursday for us in store. Plus, sports will have all the local news, and Mr. Food will be cooking up something delicious to get our weekend started. We'll see you with this and more coming up.
Welcome back. The Old Town Orono YMCA opened a new development center for its youngest adventurers. They're calling it the Adventure Center, and it's a new room where children will be able to play and learn, rain or shine. The Adventure Center opened after several months of renovations of what used to be racquetball courts. CEO Deb Boyd says with the help of donations and volunteer workers, the Y has created a room specifically geared to help develop those early motor skills in children 5 years and younger.
Incredibly thankful for our volunteers, our donors, and our board of directors who all came together to help support this project. We had a team of staff that worked every day to make this come to be what it is. And our children, I am just so thrilled for them to have this space.
The Old Town Orono YMCA has more projects in development for the near future. However, they aren't quite yet ready to share, but we will let you know as soon as we get details.
Meanwhile, kids at Trenton Elementary School are enjoying summer with a little bit of a twist, and our Matthew Jurancic explains.
I'm here at the AOS 91 Summer School, and needless to say, the children are having fun. Trenton Elementary School is holding its first ever multi-district summer school program. At the forefront of the camp is the school's newest principal, Krista DeGrassa. DeGrassa took the concept from a previous program she ran.
The Southwest Harbor Library ran a summer reading program, and it's called Summer Story Camp for the last more than a decade. We knew that working through the district would be a much better way to get all of the kids involved in summer reading and not just those that chose through the Southwest Harbor Library to participate.
The summer program provides a hands-on learning experience. DeGrassa says the goal is for kids to learn throughout the activities they participate in.
The kids don't even know that they're really learning because they're so excited about the topics that they go home every night and they have homework, but they don't see it as homework. They see it as something fun and exciting.
Each week gets its own theme. With this week being about park rangers, the kids engaged in different stations learning about the various park ranger roles. Out of all the activities the kids participated in, it seemed like they all had a favorite.
The fire one because it's the one where you really get to practice aiming. It's the fire one.
Just like in school, students are given assignments, but at camp, they are rewarded with coupons that claim prizes. As the learning continues to shift online, DeGrasse wants the children to disconnect and learn through new experiences.
So we actually took away the technology this summer in our programming, and kids each got their own notebooks to write down everything they do in the morning and the afternoons. They are reading books, and they are journaling, and they're collaboratively learning with hands-on projects.
Even without technology, the kids all had fun and are excited to come back next year.
Yes. Yeah, because it's really fun, and maybe I'll get to see new friends again.
Reporting from Trenton, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Alrighty, well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, response to the monkeypox outbreak is ramping up, but cities and states say they still don't have enough vaccines.
And right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones takes the stand again in a defamation suit against him. We'll have those stories and much more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
For over 17 years, ADA Fence Company has been offering top-quality fences at the best price and doing the job right the first time. Choose from vinyl, ornamental, wood, rental, and chain-link fences. ADA Fence Company also builds kennels, enclosures, and gates of all types and sizes. Proudly serving Eastern and Central Maine. Call ADA Fence Company today at 1-888-891-4564. ADA Fence Company, the professional fence people.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
As good as it gets. It's gone! Oh my goodness! Sensation!
MLB returns to the Field of Dreams when the Cubs take on the Reds, August 11th on Fox.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
President Biden signed a second executive order today on abortion access in the U.S. The measure seeks to help women traveling to access services in other states where it's legal. His action today came following a vote in Kansas where voters rejected a measure that would allow state lawmakers to ban abortion in their state. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
Through an executive order, President Biden wants to make it easier for women to get an abortion or other reproductive services if they need to cross state lines.
We're doing everything in our power to safeguard access to health care, including the right to choose.
Appearing virtually because of his rebound case of COVID, the president kicked off the first meeting of his task force on reproductive health care access. It was formed after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in June.
We trust the judgment
of the women of America to make decisions based on what they know is in their best interest.
The meeting comes just a day after Kansas voters rejected a measure to remove abortion protections from their state's constitution.
I feel like my state just showed up and boldly told me that they are going to take care of me.
We're going to get through this difficult period, and women and children will be protected in the state of Kansas.
In Idaho, the Justice Department may face an uphill legal battle over that state's nearly total abortion ban set to go into effect later this month. The DOJ is suing to protect emergency medical procedures for women, which may require an abortion. Democrats believe reproductive rights will be a major ballot issue in November.
The American people are fed up with politicians trying to tell them what to do with their lives and their bodies.
This week, a small bipartisan group of senators introduced legislation to make the freedom of reproductive rights federal law. Some Democrats don't believe it goes far enough, and it's unlikely to pass. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
And now to the latest on the war in Ukraine. Russia has accused the U.S. of having a direct role in the war after Kyiv carries out successful strikes using U.S.-supplied rockets. Meanwhile, the UN warning Ukraine's largest nuclear plant is spiraling out of control and getting more dangerous with each passing day. Alex Hogan is in Kyiv, Ukraine.
The word HIMARS has become almost synonymous with the word justice for our country.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky praising President Joe Biden's administration for supplying rocket launchers and committing to an additional $550 million in defense aid. Today, Ukrainian forces cut off one of Russia's vital supply routes by striking a Russian ammunition train and severing the railway between Kherson and Crimea. Despite that, Russian forces made marginal gains in the east.
Especially in the Donbas region. It's just hell there.
A hell that's moving south in the new offensive. Russia unleashed on the southern city of Mykolaiv this week, sending 38 rockets across the city, including on Mykolaiv's major hospital.
So they destroyed it totally.
We talked to Mayor Alexander Senkovich inside that hospital.
I expect every day for rocket to come for me, and I sleep in different places.
City water is no longer drinkable, so residents collect clean water in plastic bags. Half of the city's population has fled. Senkovich can't convince the other half to leave. For those who do stay, it is a race against time to repair the damage before summer comes to an end.
We have about 40,000 broken windows. We are working every day with them, using different types of materials to close those windows, just to be able to heat those buildings using central heating.
The mayor tells me the elderly in his city tell him they would rather die in their home than flee to a foreign place and start life all over at their age. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the feds are ramping up their response to the monkeypox outbreak amid fears it could soon be spreading in classrooms. Fox's Jonathan Siri has more from Atlanta.
Doctors and health officials are scrambling to make sure monkeypox does not become the new COVID. California and Illinois joining New York in declaring the virus a public health emergency. They say they need more help from the feds, including testing and, most importantly, vaccines. And if they can't contain the outbreak soon, it could become another disease we'll have to test for on a regular basis.
The next weeks, the next month are really going to determine whether that is the case or whether we can stop the spread of this virus.
The White House says it's already sent out 1 million doses of the vaccine, with 5 million more on the way. And on Tuesday, President Biden appointed a monkeypox response team and named a coordinator, former acting FEMA administrator Robert Fenton. Welcome news for doctors in hard-hit areas who say so far they're not getting the resources they need.
About 35 to 40,000 individuals in San Francisco should be vaccinated for monkeypox at this time. Unfortunately, we've received nowhere near close to that.
Another concern, at least 5 cases have been reported among children, leading to fears monkeypox could soon be spreading in schools. But doctors say that's not likely, as long as parents are on the lookout for symptoms.
If they have flu-like symptoms, we're looking for that. The rash is very characteristic, pustules, vesicles. Okay. You look for that characteristic rash.
The CDC says there are about 6,300 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the U.S., the most of any country. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
Well, Wednesday was day 8 in the defamation trial against conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, and the second day the InfoWars founder took the stand. In a bombshell moment, a lawyer for the plaintiffs allegedly caught Jones in a lie. Fox's Bill Malugin has details.
It's 100% real. Right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones conceding in court Wednesday it was irresponsible of him to make repeated claims that the 2012 Sandy Hook massacre was all just a hoax. And he now says the slaying of 26 people at the Connecticut elementary school was in fact real.
It was, especially since I've met the parents, and it's 100% real, as I said on the radio yesterday, and as I said here yesterday. It's 100% real.
The admission comes as part of the InfoWars founder's testimony in the defamation trial brought against him and his media company, Free Speech Systems. It was brought by the parents of a 6-year-old boy killed in the mass shooting. During cross-examination, the attorney for the parents revealed he had inadvertently received 2 years' worth of text messages from Jones's cell phone. Despite Jones claiming in a pretrial deposition, he never sent text messages pertaining to Sandy Hook.
As of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession, and that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook.
The plaintiff's lawyer point blank accusing Jones of perjury.
But you testified under oath previously that you personally searched your phone for the phrase Sandy Hook and there were no messages. You said that under oath.
Yes.
And you lied when you said it.
No, I did not lie.
The parents are now seeking $150 million in damages, but the final decision on that will be left up to the jury. Bill Malugin, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Maine Lobster Festival has kicked off in Rockland. How you can join in on the celebration.
And in sports, Bangor Little League is one step closer to Williamsport as they get set for the New England Regionals down in Connecticut. We'll be right back.
Aaron Judge and the Yankees battle Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals. Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
When I married my late husband, who was a widower, I took on his beautiful daughters as my own. The chaos of raising 5 girls while working full-time didn't exactly prepare me to govern during turbulent times, but it helped. I learned to listen and work together because no one has a monopoly on solutions in a family or in a state. That's why we brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together to move Maine forward. Girls, some things just don't change.
You don't just go to work. You do the work. And it shows. You're committed to training and inspiring others. And you play as hard as you work. For that, you need a vehicle as strong as you are to get you where you want to go. Dedication. That's a Varney value. And one you'll find at Varney Buick GMC, Hogan Road, Bangor.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And you spend so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Welcome back. Gas prices are dropping dramatically in the U.S., nearing $4 a gallon. The Biden administration is touting the lower prices at the pump. Meanwhile, OPEC Plus members reached an agreement on Wednesday to increase oil production, but it's not as much as some critics hoped for. Fox's Edward Lawrence has more from the White House.
For weeks, drivers have been seeing some relief at the pump as gas prices, while still high, continue to drop. The national average at $4.16 a gallon. That's down roughly 65 cents from a month ago.
Yeah, it's a good start.
But it's not just good news for consumers. The Biden administration is touting their efforts to keep money in Americans' pockets.
We're now seeing 50 days into what remains the fastest decline in gas prices in over a decade. Gas prices are now down 86 cents a gallon from their June peak, saving American families with 2 cars on average over $90 a month on gas.
OPEC Plus on Wednesday agreed to increase their production in September by 100,000 barrels a day, but that's down from the bigger increases in July and August. The group pointing to the effects of staggering inflation and rising COVID-19 rates, which they say could impact demand for fuel in the fall.
It is the smallest increase in production that OPEC has ever announced since 1986, second lowest ever.
OPEC Plus's slight increase equates to 0.1% of global demand. Critics calling it an insult just weeks after President Biden went to Saudi Arabia and made the push for increasing the global oil supply to bring down gas prices, made worse by the Russian invasion in Ukraine. Still, the White House remains upbeat.
And I said this earlier, and I'll say this again. The fact of the matter is that oil and gas prices are coming down.
Despite the small increase by OPEC Plus, President Biden says he's not making any changes to his energy policy. At the White House, Edward Lawrence, Fox Business.
Well, switching gears now, Speedway 95 is hosting Wacky Wednesday, and during the racing, a group of young people stole the spotlight with a division the raceway calls the Stars of Tomorrow. President Del Merritt of Speedway 95 says his raceway is a great place for young kids looking to race their hearts out. Kids ages 9 to 15 years old participated in Wednesday's stock car race.
Not everybody can afford the $25,000 or $30,000 late models, so they're probably into anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000.
13-year-old Caden Neptune from Mount Vernon, Maine, is the top-ranking driver in the junior division. His dad said he helped get his son into the sport.
I gave him the option because things were getting a little hectic, work, school, racing. So I told him he can choose one. He chose racing. He's an all-star athlete all the way around.
Neptune says his son actually keeps up a 4.0 grade point average and will continue on to the racing championships held this August 31st. To get a look at the racing schedule, head to foxbangor.com for more information.
Rockland's popular Maine Lobster Festival is officially underway. Today, people gathered at Harbor Park to see King Neptune, the Maine sea goddess, and, of course, the large variety of tasty food. Here's Dylan Holloway with more.
The 75th Maine Lobster Festival officially kicked off on Wednesday.
There better not be a cannon. You don't point cannons at pirates.
Maine Lobster Festival President Celia Knight says the 5-day event brings in people from all around the world. She says the festival is something for everyone of all ages, including some of the best seafood you'll ever taste.
You can have a boiled lobster dinner, you can have a single, double, or a triple, you can have chowder, you can have lobster mac and cheese, and especially we have the most famous Maine lobster rolls.
Richard Johnson, who curates the arts and crafts tent with his wife Sue, has been involved with the festival for 45 years. He says this year's festival has extra meaning to him. Celia's mother, Alice Knight, who was also a longtime festival volunteer, passed away just a couple days before the festival began. Johnson says it was Alice who originally invited him and his wife to come be a part of the event all those years ago.
To me, she represented the festival. She was always really supportive of what we were doing, and she loved the mermaids, which is why I thought she'd love this, you know.
Johnson dedicated his latest sculpture to Alice, an impressive display of the mighty King Neptune. The Maine Lobster Festival runs until 6:30 p.m. August 7th. For more information, you can visit MaineLobsterFestival.com. Reporting from Rockland, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
He just makes everything so much fun. I mean, the festival looks fun anyway, and he just makes it look even more fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Glad to see Dylan and everyone else out there having fun today.
Having a great time.
Yeah, and really cool to see the artwork, the food. There's so much to go and enjoy there as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, hopefully the weather will be holding up for it as well throughout the rest of this week.
Here's hoping, and we'll get more information on that with the full 5-day coming up.
High temperatures back up near 80 today. Tomorrow we're going to go for 90 again and more humid, but then some thunderstorms are back in the forecast. I'll tell you when I come back.
At Dorsey Furniture, we believe value means more than a great price.
That's why we do what we do at Dorsey Furniture. That's why we're always updating our showroom with new pieces and new displays. That's why we're always eager to show you the latest furniture styles and newest fabrics.
Because we believe that your home should be beautiful.
Visit our showroom and experience Dorsey quality, Dorsey value, the Dorsey reputation. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A in Holden, and online at dorseyfurniture.com.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
It's about to go down.
Bangor, Maine. It's time. Pitbull. Can't Stop Us Now tour.
I don't know about you, but I feel good.
Pitbull, the party of a lifetime. With special guest Iggy Azalea. Maine Savings Amphitheater, August 11th. Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com. For more, hit pitbullmusic.com.
Fireball.
This year, there's a whole new season to love what we love.
Burnhouse, winning, racing.
I am NASCAR.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, providing custom ink by licensed artists for over 20 years. And let's talk about weather. Yes, hot temperatures, right? Today, not too bad. Less humid with high temperatures back up near 80. But tomorrow, we're going to go for 90 again and kind of stay there close to that into the weekend and beyond. Today, though, very comfortable 80s, 83 here in Bangor, 80 Millinocket, 81 for Bar Harbor. Notice how warm temperatures are even right along the coastal areas today, courtesy of a west wind that kicked in. But tomorrow, more out of the south, and that's going to give us that onshore breeze. That's going to make things slightly cooler right along the coast. In fact, temperatures tomorrow back up near 90 again for a while, but then cooler tomorrow night as a front will approach the region. And there are some showers back in the forecast about this time tomorrow evening. Right now, the wind, though, is kind of all over the place, right? Out of the north, south, east, and west. It'll generally turn out of the south overnight tonight and get a little squirrely around 10 to 15 miles per hour into early parts of tomorrow morning. That's going to usher in, though, that warmer, more humid air for us tonight and tomorrow, and that could give us high temperatures back up near 90 and more humid tomorrow as well. Allergy-wise tomorrow, also watch what's going on here, right? The mold now back in the moderate category. Grass pollen moderate category, mold is moderate to high, so if you are sniffling or sneezing or coughing, runny nose kind of stuff, this could be a reason why. All right, looking outside now. Lots of clear skies across the region today. Very comfortable day, right? Low humidity, a couple of clouds around. We got this, but I know your eye goes right over here. That's our next weather system. There's not a lot going on over there, but it still will bring us a couple of showers tomorrow evening into early parts of Friday. And a couple of those that could bring us some locally heavy rainfall later on tomorrow night. But for right now, lots of clear skies are out there. Currently a beautiful evening, right? That'll linger into tomorrow with increasing clouds about this time tomorrow evening. But here we go. Futurecast shows the story. So we have increasing clouds tomorrow back north and west of the area with a couple of rain showers there across far northern parts of the state. For us, though, early morning fog will be slow to lift tomorrow morning, but then once it does, a very sunny day, followed by increasing clouds tomorrow evening. And again, this model wants to give us a shower or two, most likely the rain holding off until at least after sunset to around this time tomorrow evening. And then a couple more showers in here on Friday as that front kind of gets into the area. Any of those could bring us some locally heavy rainfall. So our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, low temperatures down near 60, and a south wind that could gust near 5 to 10 overnight tonight. For tomorrow, look at this. Mostly sunny skies. High one with 91 tomorrow. A couple of you could get stuck in the upper 80s. We'll take it, though. Feels like summer, right? With the south wind that could gust near 25 through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast by Diversified Inc. shows the story, right? 91 tomorrow. Friday, 85. Same story for Saturday. A couple of thunder showers Friday. Locally heavy rainfall. And then look, we stay warm into Sunday and Monday with temperatures reaching for 90 again on Sunday afternoon.
And it continues. Go summer.
Indeed it does. Yeah, happy to have the heat around, but also good to see some thunderstorms in there. We could use the rain, too.
Yeah, we certainly could.
Yep.
All right, well, sports is coming up next. Stay with us.
Many states have a tax-free weekend. Well, we thought you should save, too. Right now, get 15% off everything, or get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
We are the first family of country music. Protecting the legacy no matter what happens.
Your mama didn't become an icon by playing nice.
You don't think I can continue her legacy? Just watch.
This family's hanging on to a lot of secrets.
You are scared of the truth.
Never a dull moment.
No grave can hold my body down.
Many states have a tax-free weekend, so we got to thinking, why wait when you can save even more? Right now, get 15% off everything or get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, on Friday morning, Bangor's 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars will ship down to Bristol, Connecticut for the opportunity of a lifetime. Tyler Cruz has more.
It's going to be a dream. This is couldn't be better playing baseball with your friends and, hanging out with them this whole entire week.
Bangor's 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars are about to live out every young baseball player's dream.
I'm very excited. I couldn't imagine doing this. I wouldn't believe it.
Heading down to Bristol, Connecticut to play in the Little League World Series regional tournament.
I know I look back at my days and you sit on the couch and you're watching Little League World Series end of August and you're just like, wow, it'd be awesome to get there. And these, our group's one step away from it.
Their state title was a little elusive. Even though they've won District 3 the past few summers, this is this group's first time bringing the state banner back up north and getting ready to ship out for a regional.
It was a dream come true. Last 2 years came up short, like you said, and being able to finally hold the main title is really something.
I've worked so hard just to get here. It feels so good just to achieve it.
it's going to be special. You know, it's one of those things that these guys will remember for a lifetime.
These guys are rolling into Connecticut this weekend with a perfect record. They didn't lose a single game in districts or in states.
We just had the mindset of working our butts off and, get the bat on the ball, and the pitching was great, and, keeping the ball in front.
So with the opportunity of a lifetime in front of them, it doesn't seem like the moment is getting too big for them at all.
I'm not sure these guys understand the level that they're going to go into, but that's a good thing. They're just playing. That's the thing about this group is they love being together. They love playing and competing.
So their goal, besides soaking in the last month of the summer sun, is to just play their brand of baseball. See how far it takes them.
The expectation is that we stay within ourselves and we continue to do what we've been doing that allows us to have success.
We've been working the last 4 years to try to make it down to Connecticut. We finally did it, so we're looking to execute and put up a battle.
There's going to be competition down there for sure. But I think we just got to be ready and we'll be good. Just play our way.
Reporting from Bangor, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, best of luck to them. They will leave for Bristol on Friday at 6 a.m. Thank you, Tyler, for that story. Meanwhile, at the Senior Legion level, the Queen City Athletics Riverdogs began their regional action facing Rhode Island down at Holy Cross. Not the way they wanted to start down in Worcester. 14-0 in 5 innings. They lost. Cumberland dominates Maine in Game 1. Shout out to Tyler Cruz's cousin for collecting an RBI for Rhodey in the game. For the Riverdogs, though, Caden Beloff wore the loss. He went 4 innings flat, giving up 7 total runs, 3 earned on 9 hits, just 2 hits for the Queen City offense. They'll turn the page and get ready for either Danbury or Shrewsbury in the losers bracket. First pitch for that one set for 12:30 on Thursday. And we'll switch to football now. For 20 years, August 3rd was basically a holiday in Foxborough. Crazy how things change. Now, instead of celebrating Tom Brady's 45th birthday, we're sitting here trying to make sense of the NFL's investigation, revealing Brady's tainted departure from the Pats. On Tuesday, the NFL punished the Miami Dolphins for making illegal contact with Brady back in August of 2019. Now, Brady did not get penalized, but it takes 2 to tamper, and now we know how truly unhappy Brady was towards the end of his time in New England. So naturally, reporters asked Belichick at Wednesday's practice for his thoughts on the tampering.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. We're just trying to have a good training camp here.
Did you have any idea the Dolphins were tampering with your starting quarterback that season?
Yeah, I'm focused on training camp here. That's all in the past.
All right, so pretty much par for the course there for Belichick. There were about 8 seconds between the answer to question 1 and the answer to question 2, but he wasn't playing along with it at all because he's on to 2022. And we are on to some sad news in the baseball world. Vin Scully, the forever voice of the Dodgers, baseball, and sports at large, passed away on Tuesday night at the age of 94.
Vin Scully became more than a sports announcer.
This is Vin Scully speaking to you.
He was the finest, most literate, most beloved, most listened to sports announcer there ever was.
Life begins on opening day.
Someone once said that history is a pile of ashes.
Where does this one fit in as far as thrills are concerned? I don't know, Vinny. This has got to be as high as any of them.
He was an American treasure, as trusted as Cronkite.
Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening.
As easy to listen to as Sinatra. As gifted a storyteller as Twain.
I thought instead of talking baseball on this precious day, I might talk a little bit about history. In 1812...
His career sounds like what you might get if you combine 2 or 3 giants of the industry. 67 years. Football. Golf. Name a big moment and Vin not only was there, he also nailed the first draft of history with exquisite lyricism that was part Dylan Thomas and part Bob Dylan. Perfection from Larson. And Koufax. 7:15.
What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world.
Bill Buckner. His own goodbye in 2016. Vin Scully wrote the words and music to baseball, and they were beautiful. He was more than the voice of the Dodgers. He was the voice of our parents, our grandparents, our kids. Vince Scully called more than 9,000 baseball games. He met presidents and popes. He had streets named after him. Yet he once said the way he wanted people to think of him was simply as a friend.
May God give you for every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every problem life seems a faithful friend to share, for every sigh a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer.
Because his voice reached so many for so long and so kindly, he was a dear friend to generations of Americans, most without ever having met him.
So this is Vince Scully wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon wherever you may be.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Hammond Lumber is the country's largest stocking dealer of Shoremaster products. You don't have to wait to get the dock system you want when you choose Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master Mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dice Arts in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
The bond between twins is a close one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
You can't have one without the other.
I need my own space. But we've always shared a room. I have a training bra. When you complete your training, get back to me.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22. Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am. The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Jon Snow heads to Los Angeles this winter. 2 classic 80s movies are getting reboots and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
Gyllenhaal leads, Dog coaches, and Game of Thrones makes a move in the Hollywood Nation. From Westeros to Sin City and now the City of Angels, the first Game of Thrones official fan convention has a new date and location. Originally scheduled for February 2022 in Las Vegas, the event will now take place December 9th through the 11th at the Los Angeles Convention Center. In addition, Kit Harington, who played Jon Snow in the hit HBO series, has been added to the star-studded lineup. Snoop Dogg will call plays on the field for his next film. The rap icon will co-produce actress and star in MGM Studios' upcoming sports comedy, The Underdogs. He will play a former NFL superstar who agrees to coach a youth football team in hopes of relaunching his career after a run-in with the law. Speaking of movie roles, Selena Gomez may be lining up a new gig behind the camera to revive an 80s classic. According to Deadline, the Only Murders in the Building star is in final talks to produce a remake of Melanie Griffith's 1988 dramedy Working Girl.
Help this gentleman to the door.
And the 1989 cult classic Roadhouse, which starred late actor Patrick Swayze, is officially getting a reboot. Prime Video's remake will feature Jake Gyllenhaal stepping into Swayze's original role as a former UFC fighter who gets hired as a bouncer at a roadhouse in the Florida Keys. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, it may be wise to book those holiday travel plans now. Industry experts are warning travelers that the best time to book holiday travel is during the summer, saying that from late August to early September is the best time to book for Thanksgiving. Those looking to travel on Christmas are advised to book before Thanksgiving. Prices are expected to increase dramatically after Halloween for airline tickets. Airfare is estimated to jump 23% throughout December.
And a bit of good news for all you Taco Bell lovers. Taco Bell is bringing back a fan favorite. The fast food chain says the Mexican pizza will return to its menu permanently. Taco Bell says it underestimated how popular the item would be after releasing it for a limited time in May. And after a 2-year hiatus, it says it did not buy enough supply to meet the demand in May. Now, the Mexican pizza will make its return then on September 15th.
And sticking with our fast food news tonight, Chick-fil-A has some hacks to transform your eating game this summer. All you need to do is order a few items and mix them together. If you want some buffalo chicken mac and cheese, well, Chick-fil-A says get its nuggets, mac and cheese, and buffalo sauce and make your own combo. For dessert, how about a cookie ice cream sandwich? All you got to do is order some Ice Dream and get 2 chocolate chunk cookies and sandwich the ice cream right in between. The company also has some other hacks you can find by doing some Google searches online. If you ask me, it's just a pretty genius way to get people to buy more things off their menu. Although I will say, all those sound delicious.
They do. I mean, you can't really beat mac and cheese in most forms. So no. Really not going to argue with that. But I'm a bit of a purist. I don't always love mixing things together.
Okay.
So that's me.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You can have it however you want it. You can get what you want. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Their waffle fries are perfection.
They are good.
Let me just say that out loud.
They are, and I will say all of their sauces that I've tried are pretty amazing.
Indeed.
Good for dipping as well.
We are committed to bringing you the most pertinent, up-to-date information in your snacking life. That is for sure. All righty. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at Fox 22 News. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.